Hi, I'm Adam and I work for the Beavers. Welcome to our Beavers YouTube channel. So once you've got your desk all wired up, like so... Oh wait, that's meant to be turned off. Turn on with this button here. How we doing so far?
Right,
doing alright. Okay, so what I do first, I bring all the sliders down and make sure if we have any, I don't know, if we have any buttons on or anything like that, turn them off. So obviously you can turn blackout off by pressing blackout. If you've got any of these buttons here that are on, just make sure they're all off. And again, if any of these are on, you can get them turned off by pressing the quit button. So you're sort of starting with a blank desk now. The reason number 9's flashing is because something's already been programmed into bank 0. If we go into a different bank, it will stop flashing. So just for the purpose of this, we'll use just bank 4 for example. So you can select bank 4 using the up and down buttons here. I've programmed both desks onto bank 0 for the show, but we'll use bank 4 for this. So if you want to program it, the first thing you do is select the memory button. The red light will come on and show you you've selected memory. You have a little on the screen here, it will say select memory -- / then it will say a number, and that number should be the same bank you're on. So if I go up and down on the banks, you'll find that the number on the screen changes as well. And to actually program it, I don't know, for example, we've got the pin spots in 1 and 2 when we run it. So if you put 1 and 2 up, what you'll find is that 1 and 2, the LEDs on buttons 1 and 2 go up to represent that they've been turned on. If you've got this all set up into a desk, you won't actually see 1 and 2, the lights actually appear unless you press live. So if you press live, that means that as well as these LEDs coming on to show that 1 and 2 are up, what's actually plugged into number 2 will also turn on. But if you haven't got live turned on, the lights won't actually turn on.
Oh, so that activates.
Yeah. So what that does, yeah. So because you're in programming mode, you might want to pre-programming during the show or something. You don't want the lights to be randomly turning on and off. So if you know that the pin spots are in 1 and 2, you don't really need to see them come up live in front of you.
Right.
These LEDs here on number 1 and 2 are telling you that 1 and 2 are up. So we can keep live off. I don't know. And say you want 1 and 2 to be full. They don't necessarily have to be full. You can have them set wherever you want, halfway. But we'll say for this, we want 1 and 2 to be full. So that's the front pin spots and the back pin spots, and we want them to come on when we press, I don't know, number 6 button. So we press number 6. The screen shows that we've selected number 6. Instead of saying -- it now says 06. Still obviously then says / 04 because we're still in bank 4. And to save that, you just press this button here, soft A. Once you've saved that 06 should then change back to -- that just shows it's been saved. No other buttons flash or anything like on the old desk. You can then bring that down, I don't know, set up another one, 6 and 7 for example, and maybe we want that to be number 7. So again, press number 7, soft A to confirm that, goes back to -- so you can bring that down again. To come out of memory mode, you can't just press the memory button, you have to actually press quit. So quit brings us out of memory mode, and we're back into sort of the live view mode again now. So just obviously checking we're on bank 4 still, the one we just programmed. We find like 4 and 5 and that whatnot don't do anything, but 6 that we programmed doesn't do anything either. That's not gone well.
That's probably why.
Oh, hang on, no, sorry, apologies. We have to make sure our main and AB sliders are up, because I brought those down at the start. Yeah, so you have to make sure that your AB and main are up. If they're not up as well during the program, when you press live, the lights won't come on either. So unless main AB are up, then
so
nothing.
would you'd put those sliders down to program?
Oh, you don't. Doesn't matter. I always bring everything down and turn everything off, just so you're starting with a blank desk.
Okay, so we've got a program desk.
Yeah.
Okay, and the guys have wired it all up.
Yeah.
First time on the desk.
Yeah.
All right. They're gonna if you could just switch it off and then switch it on again.
Yeah.
They're gonna come up to the desk. Right. Everything's plugged in. All the dimmer packs are wired as the diagram. What are you going to do?
Right.
How do we do a show?
Bring all the sliders down, so you're starting with nothing. Turn the power on. And what will happen is you'll find that the desk remembers what it was, its last state when it was turned off. So for example, it's in bank 4 because we were just using bank 4 to program. If I'd have had, say, the sound to run light button on previously, when I turn it off and then back on again, that button automatically remembers it was on and stays on.
Gotcha, yeah.
So I like to start with a completely blank desk. First thing we can do is bring up our main A, B and sliders up. We can just now we've brought them up, we can double check the programming we did on the previous stage. If we press number 6, 1 and 2 should come up, which they do. Again, you don't actually necessarily have to have the lights up to the lights plugged in to show us. By pressing number 6, we see that LEDs 1 and 2 turn on, which mean channels 1 and 2 are going to operate. And when we do press number 7, I think it was 6 and 7, was it? Yeah, so we press number 7, 6 and 7 turn on.
Gotcha.
And obviously there's nothing in the others because we didn't program them, we just programmed 6 and 7.
So really it's live and ready to go?
It is, yeah. All you need to do is you just need to select bank 0 because that's the bank I've selected to program all the Beavers shows to.
Okay.
So you see now when I press all the buttons, everything's got something to it. And that's ready to go in standalone mode. There's obviously a few other modes on here as well.
But you'd operate all these manually, would you?
No, that you can operate these manually, yes, by pressing 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 12. You get all the different preset modes. But I've also programmed into here some chases. So if I press number 9 now, you'll notice that some of the LEDs start to flash.
Yeah.
Now that's a pre-programmed chase. You can't change the speed of that. Obviously, of all these, you can just push the slider button instead of pressing. You can't change the speed of that or what happens to that. That's a pre-programmed chase.
Right.
That's why number 9's flashing, by the way. That shows that there's a pre-programmed chase onto that button.
And is that the only one that's pre-programmed?
That's the only pre-programmed chase where you can't change. But I think I put 3 other chases in, and that's where this part of the desk comes into play. So to use those chases, you select that button once. So you've got an orange button. If you press it again, you'll find it goes red, and then again is off. So you want it so it's orange, so it's on the run mode. This first slider here that's got chase written above it is how it's another dimmer slider in effect. So it's the same as these. If this is all the way down, you won't see your chase. That's how bright the lights are in the chase. So for the sake of this, let's say we want it up at 100. You've got a red light here just to show that actually now shows that your chase is actually turned on. Obviously all the way down is off. And then
how do you trigger that chase?
Well, what you've got to do is you've got the speeds here, and you've got the crossfades here. So the speed is obviously how quickly it changes from one light to the next light.
Yeah, yeah.
And the crossfade is whether that's an immediate change, or whether they slowly fade in and out of each other.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. Let's just say we want the crossfade at nothing, and then the speed at about the speed at about halfway.
Phone.
So you've got the speed at about halfway, we'll say.
Right.
Okay, so the speed. So we'll set the speed, say, just at about halfway. You'll see there's a red light that flashes on the step button. What that actually does is that shows you how every time that flashes, it's basically going to the next scene. So that's a good indicator of how quickly, as you move the speed up, obviously that flashes quicker and quicker. So if you try and get that flashing in time with the music, you then know your scene's going to change in time with the music.
Okay.
And then the LEDs here, similar to when we press number 9, the LEDs here are showing the chase and what's going to on each time. But like I say, the difference between this and number 9 is that as I move the speed button up, obviously the rate at which those lights change is going to alter, and if I can also alter them with the chase, is how bright that chase is. Again, the crossfade is whether it's an immediate change or a slow fading change. There's 3 chases set up, so this chase is sort of the main park and sort of going around each other.
Yeah.
To change a chase, you press the number button, hold that, and turn the dial, and you'll notice along the top here you get different chases come up. So we've got chase number 1, chase number 2, chase number 3. And you can have up to 99. There's only been 3 programmed in. The number in the brackets afterwards tells you how many scenes there are in that chase. So chase 1 has 4 scenes, chase 2 has 2 scenes, chase 3 has 10 scenes. So if we go to chase 2 now, once that's whatever chase is showing on that screen, so we've got chase 2, I can now let go of the number button. We've now got chase 2 selected, and if we come back to here, we can now see that the pattern's changed. So chase 2 is just alternating between 1 and 2, and again that's all customizable on the speed dial and the crossfade. And to turn the chase off, if you don't want to use it anymore, you just bring the chase slider down.
Can I just say, Adam, that was a magnificent presentation.
Thank you very much.
And we do miss you.
I hope you've all enjoyed how to program the Eurolight LC2412 by Behringer.
And you're happy with the desk?
I'm happy with the desk, yeah, I think it's a brilliant desk. Thanks to Christy's recommendations here. If you'd like to learn anything more about the Beavers equipment, join us next week on the Beavers YouTube channel.
Thank you.